Welcome. How are you doing? Sometimes we have a life-changing vision, insight, but the days continue to rise and fall without change. Every day seems the same. So, where is the change? Some time ago, I ripped off the spirituality band-aid. I was open to the idea of being open to contact. Many thoughts and questions came to me at the time, such as, if I should work with this or do this, shouldn't I be born with a more open channel like some people do? Maybe I should keep my channel as is. I know that everyone has one way or another of getting in touch with other aspects of our life, of our existence, so I asked myself how much this was my path. Secondly, I was aware that most of this work must be done with the help of another person. Well, it's not mandatory, but for a safer path it's good to have help. I've heard scary stories about touching things we don't know about, and I'm a faithful skeptic in that regard. Because I didn't believe but I'm afraid of ghosts, but how can we fear something we don't believe in? I have always believed in spirituality, in the spiritual world, but not as people believe. With that in mind, I could kind of fear it. It seems to me that everything we hear is a jumble of misinterpretations or parts of something real, but so big and different that we can't process it with our rational mind, so we don't really know. Even a medium with full contact doesn't really know what it's like. Well, that's pure speculation on my part. Back to that part of my life. With all the doubts and questions, I took small steps and worked to open myself up more to understand life, my life. And hopefully, I would understand a little more about existence itself. After a while, I started experiencing strange things, and when I looked up on text, websites, videos about those experiences to find something similar, I realized that many people, I don't know about all people, but many people who start this path have physical, mental and emotional experiences that are not so fun. For me, the worst were the nightmares. Of course the good, magical parts were growing too, but this thing people call cleansing wasn't fun. A few years later, I asked for a break. I was exhausted in all areas of my life. With COVID and leaving my work, I rested like never before in all areas of my life. And all this time I asked myself, where is this life-changing event after so many insights, realizations, awareness, clarity, etc.? This post is for anyone who wonders or asks the universe about this. Especially if you are on this path with a specific, material objective. A house, a trip, a sum of money, a person, a career. As you know if you've been reading this site for a while, I love analogies, and they work in moments like this where I can't write about life in a simple post on the site, but through analogy I can serve you some clarity as to what aspect of life we are talking about. An insight, an innovative idea, an accomplishment, may not cause a sudden change in your life. For many reasons, this probably won't happen. As simple as the insight is about your growth, but not exactly about the goal. It's connected, and it's important to the goal, but it's not that yet. For something greater, such as a path full of knowledge, you will discover before reaching the final point. My partner hated moving. I believe I have given this example before. It loves spending quality time at home with everything clean and cozy. It loves to see our lives improving, but it hates making that change. Furthermore, it's not metaphorical, it's actually putting it in the box, lifting the weight, putting it in the other house, organizing and cleaning the move. And many people will agree that it's terrible, but if you practice thought observation for a while, or practice being present in an action, you will use this moving house experience as a point of observation because it can be great material, and suddenly you will find joy. So, people are complaining around you, but you are observing this unusual moment. At that moment that takes you out of your routine, you find insights, observations, reflections that you wouldn't easily find in your routine. For me, it's just an expression of being alive, but for many it's torturous work. And here's the thing. I will be attentive, I will have reflections, insights, But the house move will not magically be completed because I had an aha time. No, dear, I'll need to finish. It will probably be easier, calmer, more peaceful, but I will need to continue to do my part in this. And I don't think about something happening in the middle of the day that stops me from moving. I won't be afraid of not finishing. This is an analogy for our lives, especially when we want something from it. If I want to be a writer, I ask, I put my mind to it, I get clear on what I want to do, my part of the work, and I start. I will continue to do this even when I don't see the end, because I know that the goal will be met. Understand here that I am not saying you cannot manifest without physical work. You can. However, it still is your mental, or emotional, or spiritual job to do to achieve it. Physical work may sound harder, but not always it is. In conclusion, we will find great insights in life. Some that are so big and strong that seems to break our reality in before and after, but a few minutes later or in the next day, everything looks the same. It was as I felt those years opening my channels. Now, looking back, I can see how much I changed, and my life changed with me and through me. Once again, we can manifest everything we want quickly, but don't look for those time gaps as a lack of your creative aspect, but as the unique way this change is happening to you. Even more, after a while on this path you will notice you are already happy and complete, and it is not what you want to manifest that will cause it, so you can ride life having a lot more fun. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you resonated with what you heard today, I invite you to engage with our community by subscribing to the Initiates Path YouTube channel. Together, let's explore the depths of our potential and embrace the power of now. Remember, the journey begins with a single step. Let's take it together.